what it is.
I welcome you to have a nice tall glass. Shut the fuck up.
Kevin Feige's like, don't you remember Sony? You remember what I did to Sony?
You remember.
You remember.
Oh, shit, we're live, baby, live. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown, a very special Monday edition for the week of September 16th, 2024. I'm Caleb Black, along with Luke the Big Dog Williams. Our in-studio editor, the Big Bad John, is in the house, as well as our in-studio correspondent, Sweet Tea. We are rocking and rolling here on a special Monday edition. Sorry, y'all, for the breakups in content the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot going on between work, illness, sickness, funerals, surgeries, you name it. We've had it going on for the last month.
The only thing we didn't have was we wasn't on a boat trying to cross the Pacific.
And we weren't, stuck in a submarine.
And he's not in jail, so for that...
Yeah, we thank you.
We're all lucky.
I said yeah.
You said funerals, I heard.
All right, so, Big Bad John, Luke, Sweet Tea, how y'all doing?
Good.
Normally I would ask how your Sundays were, but it's not Sunday. So I don't have to, because I'm not contractually obligated.
Well, there you go. Well, my Monday's going just...
Great. Big Bad John?
Good.
How you feeling, handsome?
Tired.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
It's all good.
Sweet Tea, you sexy thing. How you feeling? How we doing? How's your Monday?
First off, don't lie to me.
How's your mom?
My name's Jim.
It's a Monday.
Well, it's better than it being a Wednesday. Well, I guess not. Wednesday's hump day.
Bad case of the Mondays, dude.
I hate Mondays. It's like that cat who eats lasagna.
Okay, first off, that's offensive to my people.
Well, apparently, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone.
It would have been sooner, but TP's knocked out our Wi-Fi, so we couldn't do the all-out review. That was Max's fault as well.
Max.
But yeah, no, we're here. And,
we're queer.
And get used to it.
All right, well, let's start off the show with our top story of the day.
All-out results.
All-out results. Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
You did something you've never done before.
I did.
You called every match of an AEW pay-per-view correctly.
Yep.
You're the only one to do it this time.
You know what that means?
What's that?
That means that it's finally going to happen for me. I'm finally going to get the dream match of a lifetime.
What's that, Luke?
See, we're answering all these dream matches of a lifetime situations, right? We've got the Wyatt six-pack. So the Wyatt Six are now doing the work for Bray Wyatt fans. For keeping the nostalgia alive, the characters alive.
Sure.
It's AEW's turn to do that for Mr. Brody Lee.
Okay.
Christian Cage versus -1.
Oh, stop it.
I'm serious. I've been
it.
talking about this for years, too, because he's only been around for 2 years that I know of. And here's the deal. It's the ultimate father story. Hey, -1, how's your pappy? You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't it be great?
You're terrible.
It would be great, though, wouldn't it?
It would be.
It would be great.
I would hate it. Like,
But
no.
here's the deal. If they don't want to do it, just send it to NXT.
But you put Christian on like a terrible winning streak.
Well, here's the deal.
And then have -1
I don't
people
know
to
if
beat
you
it.
know this, but a couple weeks back, there was a poll done on the top 10 heel characters in professional wrestling in like the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And your father's dead Christian is like the top
your
3.
Dead dad Christian.
Yeah, it's top 3.
Your dead dad version
right
of Christian.
behind Perk Angle and, what was it, The Miz's run in like 2009 to 2010.
Well,
He's up there.
Perk Angle was just...
Perk Angle didn't give a fuck.
Just a
Perk Angle sneak in your house
like,
at nighttime, drink your milk.
Like, if you
he didn't
look
give a fuck
back
about nobody.
at those SmackDowns, and even like the early days of TNA, but specifically his last run on SmackDown in ECW.
Or how about when he did that run and jump on Abyss, like 12 feet?
Yeah, that one's crazy.
That was Perk Angle at his
Like,
finest.
you remember when Kurt Angle attacked Randy Orton after whatever the pay-per-view it was, and like broke Orton's ankle?
Yeah.
Whatever. But like, just when Angle got mad, number one, his entire body turned red, but not the way Brock Lesnar's does, because it was like super vascular. And then if you just watch, he's just jamming Randy Orton as hard as he can.
He is.
And remember, he walked up the ramp and came back twice.
Oh, yeah.
So they gave him like 15 minutes. And you had to know Vince was just like, here's what we're going to do, pal. I want you to go out there and beat Randy Orton to death.
To death. Here's the worst part about the entire thing. You thinking about that? How about when Kurt Angle took that dive? When Big Show chokeslammed him over the concrete down below, he got blood out of his head.
I just watched that yesterday.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, that popped up on what
WrestleMania,
something like that, yeah.
Check it out, WrestleMania.
Perk
YouTube.
Angle, baby.
Cool people.
He's my guy.
But no, yeah.
Who do you think
All
was
Out.
better, Perk Angle or Soma Michaels?
Ooh, what are we talking about? You got to have parameters.
Like performance in ring wise.
Michaels.
Soma Michaels better than Perk Angle?
Yes,
Really?
100%.
I don't know. I mean, none of them compared to messed up Bulldog overseas.
That was cracked out.
Or cracked out Bulldog overseas.
And that was Lily White, clean, just freshly off of Sunny Days, Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Oh,
all
boy.
talking about them sunny days.
Sunny days. All right, let's talk about all that.
She ain't
before
got
we
no
get
more of
canceled.
that because ain't no sunshine.
All right, in no particular order,
Yes.
Will Ospreay successfully defended the International Championship against Pac. Great fucking match. Pac is so good, and Ospreay, though I still loathe to sometimes admit it, is also so good.
Speaking, I'm sorry, everybody. I have to interrupt for a second because I've been waiting to ask this man this question since it happened. I forgot to put the picture in. Since we're talking about AEW, go ahead and do it anyway.
Uh-huh.
Did you see the backstage skit with Ricochet and Chuck Taylor on AEW's YouTube? Did you see it? When they're talking about, you're my mentor. You trained me and showed me everything that I know, Chucky T. They should just call themselves the KB Destroyers. They should. The KMB Connection.
The KB Haters Club.
Yes. But we both make stacks bigger now. That's bullshit, bro.
You know what? I could understand Ricochet making more money than me. But fuck Chuck Taylor. Damn.
I saw that as soon as Chuck walked in the video. I went, "Oh, Caleb's not gonna like this at
man,
all."
shit.
Yeah, no, sorry, I had to throw that in there. Of course, Nigel announcing he was challenging Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, buddy. Let's
Also,
talk about the pay-per-views
Yeah,
first.
go ahead and pay-per-view first.
Young Bucks defeated Blackpool Combat Club.
Yes,
Very Bucky tag match.
I think everybody went that way.
Yeah, we did. Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. Everybody else chose Willow, and you went Chris, and you got the win.
Well, she got the win it all out, or all in.
Yeah.
Willow did, so I figured if you want to continue the story, you've got to let
And
Willow lose.
the response to that match is that it's probably one of the best women's matches of the year. The
you
best
haven't
street fight of the year,
gotten to the
period.
crappy one yet.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Again.
Luke, who's following us on TikTok?
Huh?
Who's that new person?
Oh, yeah,
following
Chris Statlander just joined the Pro Wrestling Throwdown TikTok.
Hey! Well,
The official.
so we're going to have to start using it more, is what you're saying.
Yes, I have been.
Great.
The official Pro Wrestling Throwdown,
Pro Wrestling Throwdown.
Chris Statlander
Yeah, that's
count.
fantastic.
So that's cool, yeah.
Uh,
Just goes to show you.
Okada defended the four-way AEW Continental Championship against Orange Cassidy, Takeshita, and Briscoe.
Yep.
MJF defeated Daniel Garcia,
Which was a shock to a lot of people.
and was a great fucking match too.
It was. Left
Garcia
bloody
really
and shit.
showed that he can work at a main event level.
Yes.
Oh boy. Mercedes Moné and Hikaru Shida for the AEW TBS Championship. I don't want to
Should
waste a ton
have
of
been
time, but
amazing.
God damn.
Should have been amazing.
Should have been arguably match of the year for women's, period. And it absolutely was not that. I don't know. Mercedes had a bad match with Britt Baker. Then she had a bad follow-up match with Shida. Again, as the biggest Mercedes mark of the last 2 years, especially for this program, I don't know, man.
Hard to defend.
I don't know, but again, because
Because these people, she should be having knockout, drag
but
out fucking fights.
Britt Baker, we know for a fact, has sandbagged workers like Thunder Rosa.
Shida, though, bro.
But Shida, that's actually
consummate professional.
that's the one where it actually made me stop and think that maybe it was Mercedes this time, because
right.
because Britt, like I said, what she did to Thunder Rosa, what she did with
Thunder Rosa did with Evil East.
Evil East did to Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
We've seen the women. We've seen when the women are going under the don't necessarily
Bandita
want to.
did to her as well, I believe.
Britt Baker has sort of had a reputation for not working as fluid if she knows she's not going to win.
Right.
So
Right.
so that I'll give Mercedes, because again, Mercedes, as good as she is, still new to this territory. But the matches she had with Will Nightingale, for instance, were fucking great.
Yeah, 100%.
Some of the matches, some of the other matches she's had, the matches she had in Japan were fucking great. Yeah, her finish is always going to be a little clunky because she's still working that out. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like this one specifically was like, oh man, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yep, I don't either, bro. It's hard to defend, isn't it?
Anyway, Bryan Danielson successfully defends the AEW World Championship.
And then
against
gets smothered to
Jungle
death.
Jack Perry.
Sorry.
Yeah, smothered with a plastic bag by
Like Waffle House hash browns.
by John Moxley.
Smothered.
Now, obviously, Blackpool Combat Club going heel, not necessarily the worst thing. I don't understand also, like AEW does it again, they create this angle between Moxley choking, basically trying to murder Bryan Danielson.
And then coming out
And
saying,
the following
you guys don't own AEW
No,
anymore.
the
we
following
do."
week, they're like, well, Bryan Danielson's not wrestling John Moxley at the pay-per-view, he's wrestling Nigel McGuinness. So again, it's like you guys set it up.
However, I'll say it.
Hey, I'm not mad about it, I'm just
I'll say
saying,
that.
maybe we could have waited until after he wrestled Nigel, and then had Moxley turn
and then
on
try
him.
to kill him, yeah.
You know? Then
Yeah, I get
we
it.
could set it up for a little while. But whatever.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What do I know? And then we have the unsanctioned lights out steel cage match. So, for those of you who aren't aware, the unsanctioned rule in wrestling used to be where athletic commissions genuinely wouldn't sanction hardcore matches. It stems all the way back to the 50s and 60s. So they would do a workaround by calling it a lights out match because technically speaking,
They couldn't promote it.
once you turned the lights off at a wrestling venue back then, the event that was commissioned by the athletic commission was over.
Over.
So they called it a lights out match because specifically they could do pretty much whatever they wanted without worrying about getting fined by the athletic commission if they paid like the insurance to the building and something else.
Unsanctioned fee, several
But
different things.
the idea that you have an unsanctioned steel cage match means that you had the cage commissioned, you had it lowered to the ground, you had the ring crew put it together,
And then you
and
turn
then
the
you
lights
shut
out.
the lights off. Quite possibly one of the most convoluted booking approaches I've ever
Well,
heard.
here's the deal. Earlier in the night, you had a man smothered by a Ziploc bag.
Yes.
Okay? We did not need syringes in the face. We just didn't need it. It's excessive violence for... No, seriously. Coming from a guy who likes hardcore wrestling, did you have to do both?
We had this discussion. Remember, what was the violent thing you didn't like before?
The unprotected chair shot to the head.
Was that what it was? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Which, again, putting syringes in someone's cheeks and then hitting them in the head with a chair as hard as you can. The other chair shot was kids' play compared to the fucking sharp breakable
I don't know,
objects
man.
in the man's face. Also, he lit the man's house on fire. You tell he's a Randy
Oh, for
Orton
heaven's
fan.
sake.
You tell he's a Randy Orton
That's
fan.
right. I'll tell you what, while I'm not personally a fan of the syringes, as soon as I saw everyone be like, it's too violent for
No.
wrestling."
I said that. That's not.
No, I know.
being
But I'm just saying.
fictitious.
One or the other, not
Yeah,
both.
you don't need both.
No, I get it. That we can agree with. But as soon as I saw everybody lose their shit on, like, the interwebs, it's too violent for wrestling. I was like, number one, you
No.
remember a time?
Go to an
I
indie
wouldn't
show.
do it.
You remember
but-
one time when Kane when Gene Snitsky kicked a baby on live television?
How about when Kane hooked the boys
Oh, Shane McMahon's nuts to a battery.
and lit it
fuck
and
you.
started it?
Now,
Yes.
yes, is it stupid and goofy? Absolutely.
No. Is it needed? No.
No, not at all.
I didn't think it was needed. I thought it was over.
Yeah. And then, Kane had sex with Katie Vick. So,
Well,
allegedly.
Kane had sex
Allegedly.
with yeah.
But anyway, there we
He
go.
remembers Katie Vick. He had a girlfriend. That didn't end well.
That is the all-out results. Like I said, we're not going to spend a ton of time breaking everything down.
No.
We will talk directly real quick about the points. So this is the accumulated points from both All Out, No Mercy, and Bash and Berlin.
All right.
I don't want to go back and go who picked what, because there's
No, that's fine.
three
Just
papers,
hit us with the
pay-per-views
points.
worth of shit. But the new point standing, as it is, in 5th place, we finally have an established placing now. Sweet Tea with 57 points.
It's my favorite spot.
In 4th place, Big Bad John with 59 points.
Still anyone's game.
In 3rd place, Special K, a.k.a. The Professional, with 65 points. In 2nd place, Luke the Big Dog Williams with 67 points. And in 1st place, the face that runs the place, Kay Bizzle, with 70 points.
I remember your lead being wider last time.
It was.
I start calling AEW
that's what I
pay-per-views
said, that
perfectly.
AEW
I don't know
call you
what's
did great.
going on. I just kind of closed my eyes and went meeny, miny, mo.
Mini. But then we
That's
have
how
it,
Tony
kids.
Khan likes the book anyway.
We got a pay-per-view coming up with it's the WWE next, right?
October 5th, Bad Blood.
Bad
which
Blood,
we
that's
will
right.
actually hit us with the next one, John. We're actually going to talk about one of the main events already made for Bad Blood.
Steel Cage.
CM Punk takes on Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a
Oh,
cell.
Hell in a Cell. That's right.
You know, the match that people said CM Punk said he would never, ever, 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 ever do again.
Yeah, but that big fat fucking check came through, and
Here's the deal: him and Drew McIntyre, they could take the ropes off the ring, put hay around the outside of it, have an
Set it on
old school
fire.
sumo fight, and it still draw money. I'm excited about this. I don't have all the graphics of things that have been announced. Also being announced is Liv Morgan defends against Rhea Ripley. Damian Priest will take on Finn Balor. And I can't remember if... No, that's not at Bad Blood. Never mind. Those are the ones that have been announced, other than, of course, the next one we're going to talk about, which is the one that everybody's talking about right now. Go ahead and us with the next one. The Tribal Chief has returned.
he has.
Reluctantly teaming with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who is being sued, by the way, by the American Nightmare,
Yeah, I saw that.
against Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa in a tag team, what they're calling a tag team dream match. I want to know your feelings toward this, because I haven't actually got to sit with you. The last show you weren't here.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about the way that they're progressing with the Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes story?
Well, on one hand, it's hard. It's hard for me to get into because, not for Roman's sake. Actually, weirdly enough, it's Cody that's throwing it off for me, because we've already seen Cody deviate from the bloodline on television more than once now. And it sort of feels like they're just working the bloodline back in to get Roman back in the fold, and obviously pairing him with the WWE champion, not the worst way to do that.
True.
You've got Roman versus the bloodline going, which we're going to lead into later on. Like we've talked about the Samoan War, which will have The Rock and the Usos.
Cody said he didn't want to do it at first.
Well, we haven't spent a lot of time fleshing out Cody's title reign. We really
Correct.
haven't. Getting away from the bloodline after he beat Roman should have been like, I understand having some fallout from the bloodline, but like he should have been far departed from this. Roman should be coming against the bloodline on his own. Cody should be, focusing on a separate feud. And then when Roman's done with the bloodline, Roman can refocus on Cody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's how I would book it. Obviously, again, we're moving to Netflix, so we've got to have some marquee attraction stuff going on. We've got to bringing Roman back in, pairing him with the WWE Champion, not the worst. And also, because Cody's sort of been in limbo with his title reign, it also makes sense. But while on Raw, Gunther has been actually teeing off and having great matches for the belt with numerous opponents and not having one set direction, we already sort of look at this and think, okay, well now when Roman, it's definitely going to be Roman and Cody at WrestleMania again. Like, not to us, not in our opinions. We already know, we've talked about what we think is going to happen.
Yeah.
But like to the casual fan, but again, it's like if, Austin came back while The Rock was champion, and which they did against, the McMahon, Helmsley, fucking whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand what they're doing. I just wish that, personally, Cody was doing something different. That way, you had two, if nothing else, two major stories that were completely uninvolved. You could have Cody preparing for Randy Orton at Survivor Series, or whatever. Pick a guy. Or having another match with Kevin after Kevin turns heel. And then you have Roman over here teaming against the Bloodline, and then you've got your first hour and your second hour capped with what we know we're doing. They're the two hottest stories. Pepper in the women's title and the tag titles. Then you've got some meat for the show. It just seems like now all of their powers in one segment, and that's bad. I think personally for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I get it totally.
It's not that it's a bad story. It's not.
Well,
that it's not
SmackDown's going to go to 3 hours when it goes to USA.
Yes, but again, once so they go to USA this week. So a 3 hour.
Or I mean, once Raw goes to.
Yeah. Well, no, but either way, we've got a. Is it like the first episode of USA Network limited commercials for SmackDown this week?
Oh well, that was last week. Last week.
No, last week was the last show on Fox. Wasn't
No.
it? Was
USA
okay.
Network
That's
premiere.
right. They
Yeah.
debuted because Roman returned.
Yeah.
I believe for They're still doing the
3
first,
weeks.
The first
And
hour
they'll both
commercial.
be on,
Okay.
for
But-
30 minutes.
so
First
either
30
way,
minutes of SmackDown.
All
was
of that
hours.
advertising, all of that free media space, and the world champion and the biggest star in the company are both involved in the same story where they're not facing each other.
Right, I understand
So you know what I'm
exactly
saying?
what you're saying. Yeah.
Fleshing out the rest of the show.
Well,
fleshing out
Raw,
the
you
bloodline.
have
What up, Rob?
What's up, Rob? You have the Wyatt Six stuff. You have the Damian Priest stuff. You have
Yeah,
Gunther stuff.
Everything's separate.
Boom, boom, boom.
Even though,
Yeah.
even though on Raw they cross paths, you know, Damian Priest, his match with Gunther leading to what happens with the Judgment Day, and you know the Wyatt Six stuff leading into what's happening with the tag team titles. All of that, they're different stories, but they're fleshing out the show. Now when I watch SmackDown, it's a 2-hour wait to get to one segment where I get to see both guys.
Right.
And it's just plus.
Well, this week on USA Network, the way that the construction of the show was, completely different than what Fox is even.
Oh yeah, and
attempted
it's
to
going to
do.
be different.
It's really good. It was really, really well done.
I just wish that that this particular story was more fleshed out in different directions.
Yeah.
That way, when we come back to the Roman versus Cody thing, we can say both competitors took this journey, went here, did this, and circled back.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, even if they end up on the same track, they're both driving the same. They're both driving the same car down the same street.
Right.
They're not meeting at the venue. They're driving together.
Yeah.
And for me, that's just like, give me something different. Give me something else.
I can see that.
But anyway, that's just my 2 cents.
Hit us with the next one, John.
My 2 pieces of biscuit.
SmackDown, like I said, premiered past Friday night.
Yeah.
With a new look, new logo,
New theme music.
theme music by Megan Thee Stallion.
That people hate. That's just stupid.
Yeah, it's
Fucking awesome.
Cody Rhodes successfully defends against Solo Sikoa inside a steel cage in the first 30-minute commercial-free segment of the show. Roman Reigns comes back out later. There's a lot of things that took place in this historic, one of which was the historic SmackDown debut. Hit us with the next one, John. Ricky.
Who the hell is this guy?
Ricky was picked to be Kevin Owens' tag team partner because his tag team partner couldn't make it due to travel restrictions. His name's Ricky. So he says not his first choice. Wasn't even his second choice. But as they were getting ready to ring the bell, the ring announcer runs over. It's like, he's here, he's here. So, oh, he made it? Okay, sorry, Rocky. Kicks him in the nuts, gives him the stunner. But this man here has the greatest wool sweater. Can you go large on me for just a second? Look at his hair.
Yeah.
It sticks up. It's blonde. This is a black and white picture.
Yeah.
That's white.
Yeah.
Body hair all over him. Of course, Randy Orton comes out being the mystery partner. Sorry, Ricky.
Sorry, Ricky.
You know, but here's the deal. Ricky, a stand-up professional in all senses of the word. He will be missed by his family and
You know what would be funny though, if they Matt Striker him, where they slowly pepper him into TV more often.
Can you imagine?
Ricky. And
They were chanting that.
Give him
It's almost like Cody, but different.
Give him the Mikey Whipwreck treatment.
Yeah,
You know, don't do shit with him, and then like put him in a tag team with Kevin Owens, and they win the tag titles. Come on, I'm on Team Ricky.
Hashtag justice for Ricky.
for Ricky.
Not that Ricky, the other Ricky. It's
Ricky.
gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long hashtag.
That's right.
Hit us with the next one. Then, of course, being put together a tag team match by Mr. Nick Aldis. But as you see at the right of the screen, on the wall,
I see the symbol. What's the symbol mean?
that's the Wyatt Six's symbol.
Oh, is it? So they're coming to SmackDown.
Lurking in the background of SmackDown.
Great.
Here's the deal.
shush
Roman
it.
Reigns comes out at the end of the night, tells Nick Aldis, I don't need you. I don't need your permission. I don't need Cody as a tag team partner. I damn sure don't need anyone's approval to do this match. I'll take him on by myself. Of course, then they come out. They try to do the beatdown thing. Cody comes
Cody makes
out.
the save.
Blah, 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 blah. Cody ends up, give me the contract. I'll sign it. And we're off to the match we talked about before, which was Bad
Now
Blood.
we're talking about Bad Blood. Wasn't that a Taylor Swift song?
You would know.
I wouldn't know.
You are the one
Sorry.
that went to the concert. We have video proof.
I didn't
Go
know.
back into the ledger of our videos. You'll find
I
it.
have never
I'm
been.
not going to tell you where.
I don't even know.
If you find it, put the episode in the comments and the time capture.
Not a,
I would love to see that.
not a Swift.
Anyways, hit us with the next one. Per Sean Ross Sapp, Cedric Alexander re-signed to NXT.
Okay, do something with him.
He is. He is playing the character of Uncle Seti
Uncle Seti.
to the Bouncy Kid.
Oh, yeah, we like the Bouncy Kid.
Yeah, Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Playing his
Unk.
his mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he calls him
Unk.
Yeah, Uncle Seti. Or
Uncle
Unk.
Seti. Well, all right. Good for
Speaking of Unks, I did not put that in the lineup.
Shit.
I don't think I did. I should have, but I didn't. Did you see the Shannon Sharp stuff that took place this week?
Bro. Okay, number one.
Did you see the Ron?
That's what I'm saying. I want Ron Killings being the number one guy
I
on
can't
Instagram
remember if
for
I
it.
sent it or not.
But also, mad respect to Shannon Sharp.
Oh, he's
Because my
laying
boy
it
gets
down,
it
bro.
in. My boy's a certified plumber.
I love that R-Truth was like, they fucking.
Lately, David, fucking.
He did lose his job at ESPN, though.
Well,
Which
but
is
he's
a
still
shame.
got his podcast and
Well,
stuff.
I
He'll
mean,
be
you know,
fine.
he'll be all right.
They'll give him 6 months. He'll be back on TV.
And he's like, they eating ass? I told her to move her toe.
Tell woman.
And she said, please. They were awesome. And it was just a Ron Killing
Ron Killings being
for
fucking-
like 40
being
minutes.
a fucking menace.
He's like, oh shit, this shit's going viral now. It was fantastic.
Derek, welcome to the show, brother.
But yeah, Seti re-signed. I'm okay with it. Let's do something with him. Like
Yeah,
you
he's got
said.
talent. He's got knowledge. I mean, functionally, they could use him a lot in NXT, even outside of a mentor role. But that's a great place to put him for now.
Thanks SRS and Fightful for that.
Where's Apollo Crews?
Apollo Crews on SmackDown is Baron Corbin's tag team partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have been doing absolutely dick. with
Okay,
him, if you
that's what I
ask
thought.
me. They broke up the greatest tag team, the Wolf Dogs, for no fucking reason.
Not the Wolf Dogs.
Hey, I love
the Wolf Dogs.
It would have been great. I don't understand why they broke them up the height of their popularity. It's because it wasn't made by Vince. That's why. Hit us with the next one, please. This one's for you. I'll go ahead and let you.
Armando Alejandro Estrada. For those of you who may have forgotten, he was the manager / handler of Umaga
Down bottom.
back in 2004, 2005. He was the master of the Beast.
People also forget, if you notice in the top picture, this was just a couple years ago at MLW.
He represented Jacob Fatu at MLW.
Fatu's mentor as well. We're getting
We're
Scylla.
getting. I tell you what's happening. Armando's going to be the wise man for the Bloodline 2.0.
That would be great.
But I tell you what, I am here all day for Paul Heyman versus
Oh, dude.
Armando Alejandro Estrada. On the night.
Any way we can get it.
Give it to me, please. Thank you, with peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great.
Can't
I
wait.
figured you'd dig
I
out.
love it. As soon as I saw it, well, I tagged you.
Yeah,
As soon as I saw
yeah.
it, I was like, yes, give it to me.
Very awesome, though. Good to see a lot of Legends deals being signed. One I don't have a picture for, but happened a couple weeks ago. Me and I think Coletta reported on it. Jacqueline, Miss Jackie,
Yeah.
re-signed to be specifically Jade Cargill's
Mentor.
mentor, her trainer.
Trainer, handler.
Here's
yeah.
the deal. Nobody better in this
Nope.
world
Perfect.
that's still breathing air
Right, correct.
could be more perfect than Miss Jackie.
She will be the buffer.
Not for her. She sure. If Sherry was alive, Martel probably could have been better.
No.
I-
No, not
but-
for Jade's athleticism and her
She's more Jackie style.
yes.
Maybe Ivory.
Ivory
Possibly.
I would have gone with
Well, Molly is the trainer of WWE now.
I would have gone with Tara.
She just signed a Legends deal as
Yeah.
well.
But
Or I'm sorry, she signed a Nostalgia deal,
yeah.
which is for likeness rights, video games, toys, new merchandise, all that shit. She signed a big ass contract apparently.
Boy, I love Ivory.
Hit us with the next one, please. Mr. Sean, I'm a fuckhead Hernandez. Have you heard about this one yet?
No.
Sean Hernandez was outed by someone on the TNA roster of saying his actions towards women were not only deplorable but disgusting. Said that a woman's place in professional wrestling is either to help men carry their bags or give them pussy. That is a direct quote from Big Mex Sean Hernandez. Opened his mouth and disgusting shit just kept falling out of it. You know what's sad about it? No one in his PR team was like, hey, Sean,
Shut the fuck
do
up.
you want to professional wrestle for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Do you not know that you can't sneeze in the wrong direction at some people in this world you can't sneeze a hard direction at? When you come out swinging with both fucking hands, what do you expect's going to happen to you, bro?
Well, now I don't feel nearly as bad about banging his old lady.
I know, right? That's why I brought up the picture. That's why I brought up the picture.
Sorry, Sean.
I tried to pick the best picture for him, and that's why
now I don't feel nearly as bad about it.
Big Max, giant fucking douchebag. I hate that, because when I saw it, I thought, hot stuff Sean Hernandez. Who the fuck is hot? There's only one Sean Hernandez I know. And I typed in hot stuff Sean Hernandez, and up comes Supermax.
Hot stuff, baby.
But yeah, total fucking douchebag, bro. I've got another douchebag I get to harp on here in a minute too. You'll know it when you see it. But go ahead and this with the next one.
I saw that.
Did you see this? I had to put this on here. First off, the Oos with the most is back.
Yeah,
it says
the Oos with the most.
Only in theaters and IMAX or Yeet Vision, so to speak. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Evidently, the movie's killing it out there.
I can't wait. I still haven't seen it. Can't wait.
From those who I've seen that said they went, they said it was great.
Yeah.
Anyways, not a sponsor, but Beetlejuice out now. Hit us with the next one, please. All right. PWW, also known as Pro Wrestling, where our friend Tyler Thorne has announced no more indie takings.
Yeah,
he is now one of the main seamsters of AEW.
Man, congratulations, Tyler. We put Tyler over on the show a lot. For those of you who aren't aware, he's a second generation wrestler.
Yes.
He's only 23,
something like
24.
That. 24.
A brilliant in-ring technician, but also started a business creating merchandise and gear. And his work has been featured in every major company, in main event matches. World champions have worn his gear.
Joe Hendry,
Bronson Reed. The Indian guys whose name I completely
everyone who was
Josh
at Slammiversary wore his gear. Ace Austin, Moose, you name it, they wore this man.
He's made a gear for everybody, and his
super humble.
Super nice.
He outside of his ability to wrestle again, because he's a brilliant worker, got signed to AEW, and it just congratulations, buddy, you fucking deserve it.
Yeah, man, congratulations to everybody at Pro Wrestling Throwdown.
Pro Wrestling where?
Here. Congratulations
from Pro Wrestling,
Yeah, Pro Wrestling. Everyone here at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Congratulations.
Buddy.
Good to see good things happen to good people. Johnny, can you hit us with a commercial break for Tough Broads? We shall be right back.
Welcome back, y'all.
We had to remove the music on that video because somebody
didn't
was
like
copyrighted. I don't know why. It wasn't copyrighted.
Yeah, we'll find some public domain music for you.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. This is a shot from AEW Dynamite this week.
Yeah.
Now, you can blame this part to the left of your screen on the production crew.
Yeah.
But these...
I know, and I hate being the fucking...
No, I do too, but facts are facts.
Yeah, you're right. And
Which goes into my next picture, but this is facts. This is exactly what you say. And the fucked up part is, this ain't the first, man. I've seen live shows that are giving tickets away.
It's been a huge decline in AEW.
Ever since they picked Jack Perry over CM Punk.
And you know what? Like, honestly, that is sort of when...
It all went south.
It all started declining.
Yeah.
And it's weird, obviously...
Well, first he picked Punk over the Bucks. Then he picked Perry over Punk.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Their inconsistency in booking, you've got...
storyline telling.
People can say what they want, and yes, AEW is an alternative in the fact that, like, not everything, that a lot of their stories are told in ring, and that's totally fine. But if you're not incentivizing people with something a little bit more than just great matches to get asses in the seats. I mean, look at how many, like, you go to an indie show, and it's one of the best shows you've ever been to live,
Right.
and there are 30 people there.
Yeah.
Why? Production, budget, advertising. All the stuff that AEW has. AEW does it the opposite way. They use it all, and they don't... I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about Chris Jericho. I don't give a shit about Hook. I give a shit about Hangman and Swerve. I give a shit about... But that's the only, like, genuine,
Ricky
real
Starks,
feud. Yeah, Daniel Garcia and MJF.
Ethan Page, who
Yeah.
got to get away from it.
Like-
You know what I mean? There's a lot to...
Like, there's so much talent there. Give me a story. Give me something I
Yeah.
can sink my teeth into. Give me a reason to come back every week.
Well, and somebody had brought up a picture. I don't have the picture on here, but I'm going to talk about it because it irritates me a little bit. The picture was, well, no one looks at the back of NXT's camera
I saw
side,
that.
and it's a picture of a concrete wall
Yeah.
with a guy and a bunch of tables that's running all the pyro and shit.
Yeah.
Here's the difference. The difference between that is that AEW, as you can see from this picture here, can you go wide one more time, Johnny? This picture here, they can't sell those seats.
Right.
NXT, every Tuesday,
Yeah.
in that building, turn fans away.
Yeah.
Because the building is filled to capacity.
Yeah.
And it can't take anybody else. Your NXT comparison to this
Well,
is dumb in itself.
But let me make a counterpoint to that. NXT just had to change the venue they were using at their St. Louis debut for their CW debut because they couldn't sell enough tickets.
I understand that.
But I'd like to make the caveat to that NXT is still the development third show of the WWE brand.
Yes. Well, what I'd also like to say is, though, that's one case.
Yeah.
They're going live on tour again.
Yeah.
They're getting out of that building for a bigger building. That's why they're moving to
Why?
Las Vegas.
Why AEW just doesn't book smaller venues?
But that is like a once in the last 6 months thing for NXT. They sold out No Mercy.
Yeah.
They sold out all this. This is an every week
Yeah,
occurrence.
and it's getting worse, and the ratings are
And
getting
you know,
worse.
first off, Big Bill down
Like-
here, that used to be Big Cass.
Yeah.
Congratulations on his 5 years of being sober.
Yes.
Today.
Yeah.
I wanted to put that out
Yeah.
there. I don't linger on a lot of that, but from us to you, congratulations on
Yeah.
5 years of being sober. But this has got to make you think about it.
Well, and my thing for most of that is just like, oh my god, I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Oh, pay-per-view buys are going down when they used to be, which they're not like, let's be clear, their pay-per-views still do a ton of money.
It's because they cost so much.
But Wembley, this time, first time they went to Wembley, they did 80,000.
Less than 30,000 seats. This
No,
last
they went 50,000.
50,000?
But like that, no, it's a 30,000 seat difference.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's insane.
arguably what was the most successful, biggest wrestling pay-per-view in history. But that's where the punk stuff started.
Yep.
So it's like, they've got to do something to get viewership back up and get in-house. And I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe Tony Khan's merchandising and stuff is still making them money. Or not merchandising, advertiser deals, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But eventually, wrestlers would like to see those full
Yeah.
venues again.
Yeah, it's
And
not looking good.
AEW has hit a huge cool-off period. And they've got Bryan Danielson as their world champion.
And the saddest
Like-
part of all of that is TNA is on such a rise right now.
TNA is doing major
TNA and
sellout after major
AEW
sellout.
should be fighting with TNA right now, and they're not even a close second.
No, TNA just did what, a 4,000 person full sellout venue? AEW is supposed to be an alternative to the WWE, but nowadays I think AEW is going away from how they started in 2019, trying to be like WWE in a way, just my opinion. You're right.
100%.
What's hurting them? I was going to put up a huge post about this the other day, and I forgot. And I was in the middle of writing it and gave up because it was just way too long. The thing that is defining wrestling companies right now is their identities.
Yes.
NJPW is suffering the same way AEW is because NJPW got away from their identity. AEW started out as the hottest alternative to WWE, and now they are no longer
An alternative.
an alternative. They are a show that is trying too hard to be like the
They're
WWE.
WWE like.
The WWE is so hot because they have their identity. They know who their fans are. They know what they're doing.
They know what the fans want.
NXT has an identity and established. TNA reestablished their identity, and they're doing more business than they've done in the last 20 years. in the last
WWE
6
wrestlers are showing up on live shows. It's not even televised events.
The NWA had that uptick where they were getting a lot better, and they
Yep.
sort of lost their way, and they're just now starting to come back over on top of it.
Congratulations to Tom Latham
Winning the NWA World
for winning the
Championship,
NWA.
and congratulations to Plunky for the NWA Southern Heavyweight title.
Also, Mystico for your win of the Opera Cup.
Yeah, like these companies who have a foothold on who their who their fans are, and what their product is, are the ones that are succeeding. And all AEW has to do is buckle down, and refocus. We don't need to see. By the way, did you see the match that Jericho had with Mystico in Mexico?
Yeah.
The biggest dog shit match in wrestling. But that's my problem. AEW, yeah, the storylines were a little spotty in the beginning, but you knew exactly what was going on. You had the Elite starting out against the Jericho Appreciation Society. You had a hot tag team division of new, young, healthy guys, and you had a budding women's division.
Yep.
And if they'd have just kept to that formula, not necessarily saying the Jericho versus, but having like a trajectory, knowing where we're going, knowing exactly what we're doing, when we're doing it, how we're doing it, they'd still be a hot number two. And again, we're outdoing the. But when they started, they were doing bigger ratings than the WWE was.
They were a hot number two, and now they're just a hot number two.
They're just a number two. They're just steaming number two.
Not.
But that's the thing; they're not even number two. As far as product and as far as like overall success, if you look at it on a metric measurement, TNA is the number two company again.
Yeah.
Have to be, right? From measured success
and
upward.
why? Because the door was open and they kicked it the fuck in.
Skippy. And hey, look.
People forget. Thank Mickey James for that.
I've said again, the TNA NXT crossover is the only thing that got me watching NXT again, and it's responsible for so much of the business success, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. I love every bit of it. Hit us with the next one. This is for
Ralph.
the fans that take these this kind of stuff to heart.
I don't know what to think until Jim or Eric or JD or Bully Ray or Vince Russo or Disco Inferno tells me. Okay, first of all, which Jim, Ross or Cornette?
Does it matter?
It's Cornette. He's got.
Does it matter?
No, Cornette doesn't tell people.
First
what
off,
to think.
Jim Ross was hitting fucking Missy
You're
Hyatt.
goddamn right
He
he was.
knew
He
what
knew
the fuck
whatever
he
it was.
wants to do. Fuck that.
Number one, Cornette doesn't tell people what to think. Cornette tells people what he thinks, and they agree with him.
I know, but
Bully-
these that.
But you're right.
Yeah.
As far as Eric and JD, it's not Meltzer, and it's not. I don't know who JD is.
JD, that's not.
Anyway,
I think they meant JB for Jeremy Borash.
no, he doesn't have a show.
He doesn't?
Not that I know of.
I believe he does.
No, whatever. Anyway, they're all on Conrad's network. The point is that Bischoff talks about the business metrics and what he would have done differently with AEW, and people can listen to it or not. Bully Ray hosts a weekly radio show 5 days a week about wrestling. Yes, he's going to have opinions. He's also fucking earned them. Russo and Disco can both go fuck themselves.
So here's the point to this, and it's exactly this. They have a radio show and they tell you whether you believe them or you don't believe them is really on you.
Yeah. And you know what? If
you're easily led by Meltzer or something like that.
But here's the other part. If you are waiting to form an opinion until you hear Cornette's thing, that's fine, but you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay, but that's like having a favorite TV show that's only your favorite when your buddy watches it with you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not your favorite show.
Like True Blood.
I love True
I do too.
Blood. All right.
I'm kidding. I love True Blood. Here we go. Will you go wide on this? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Val, the big Val.
Okay.
Broski.
Who's the two wrestlers before you read it?
Gunther and Sami Zayn.
Read it top.
Both of these guys would have been fighting over who would carry my bags in the Attitude Era. Val Boski, Val. Can I call you Val?
Yeah, you can call him whatever the fuck you want. Hey, Sean.
Hey, did you know?
How's it going, buddy?
He doesn't own Val Venus anymore?
I know.
That somebody hijacked his name, copyrighted it, and made it the trans rights website?
Yep.
Because fuck you, Sean Moore.
I love it.
Sean.
Fuck you, Sean.
Can I call you Sean?
Sean. Yeah, you call. Hey, you know what? Actually, call him Pig Fucker.
Sean, you had a great gimmick in the 90s.
He's not gonna hear you unless you call him Pig Fucker.
Pig Fucker, you had a great gimmick in the 90s. Great gimmick. You got the porn star gimmick in the 90s.
Yeah, Pig
which
Fucker.
was the height of porn.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Fucker Pig.
What'd you do with it? Because I seem to remember, had Edge gotten the gimmick, you would have been in the Brood. And well, we saw what Edge did with his. What'd you do with yours other than get your penis chopped off by a samurai? and held the European title one time. Wasn't even a good penis. Wasn't even a real penis. Show us your real penis.
No,
Hey, Sean Morley.
no.
Pig fucker.
Pig
No.
fucker. Fuck you, Sean.
Here's the deal, Sean Morley, you know how I feel about you. I know that you feel this in the interwebs. I know that you feel it. It's kind of like inevitability, kind of like the Christian Cage -1 match that I keep talking about so much. Except this guy, this guy can blow me. I don't like this guy at all.
Val Venus couldn't whip cream with an outboard motor. Fuck him.
He could. Sean Morley, you're such a special motherfucker to me. Oh my God, I gotta send him a Christmas
The
card.
only
I'm
guy
gonna send
Disco
him
Inferno managed to get more over than.
Oh my God,
was
you
Val
used to
Venus.
sell weed out of your mom's basement.
Oh, fuck
That
you.
didn't even work for you.
Sean.
How do you fuck up slinging butt out of your mom's garage?
How do you fuck up a gimmick where you're supposed to be slinging dick and sling no actual dick?
None. He
Brother
slung none.
Devon, whose gimmick was a preacher, slung more dick than the porn star. I sling more dick in a month than Sean Morley slung the entire time he was a wrestler in the fucking Attitude Era.
That's because the pig fucker wasn't in the women.
Ugh. Put it on my shoulder. Fuck you, bitch.
Oh, I love pig fucker. Hit us with the
Fuck you,
next one,
pig
please, pig fucker.
Prick.
All right, here we go. This is the projected Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, I saw the mock-up of it.
Due to WrestleMania, I think this is a great class. What do you, let's talk about some of these. Michelle McCool up in the top right corner.
Yeah, I could say she's a Hall of Fame contender. Sid Vicious and Bray, respectively, posthumously, both deserved.
Yes. The Hardy Boys,
Legendary tag team.
obviously working with TNA now, so that can happen.
Yeah. Have held every single major tag team title in the world.
Charles Robinson.
One of the absolute greatest, probably outside of the Earl Hebner, the greatest in-ring referee. in
Maybe.
history.
The one that passed away, Randy.
Oh yeah.
Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Is what they called him. Pee-wee Anderson, Randy Anderson.
Yeah.
The one that had cancer and that passed away.
Yeah. And then of course Michael Cole, who's been the voice
Michael
of the
Hildebrand.
WWE for like 25 years.
Michael Cole is super deserving, and it comes at the right time because I believe this is going to be his last run.
Well, they said he's considering re-signing and he's considering retiring. He hasn't really. But either way, you look at a guy who started as an on-camera personality.
Well, his
When I
first
was a
of his
child.
career, he was he had went over to Iraq. He was a newscaster.
Yeah, he was a newscaster.
That was on the front line.
Then came back and got into sports.
Yep.
And got signed to the WWE. But when he came to the WWE, when we were kids, he was just an on-TV personality getting bullied around.
Like the coach.
Yeah,
Like
and then
Byron Saxton.
Byron
yeah.
Saxton.
That's
and
exactly
then
how he was.
ends up on the commentary team with Taz, right? For
On
SmackDown.
SmackDown, yes.
Actually called.
The majority.
Well,
of SmackDown.
because the first SmackDown was Jim Ross and Jim Cornette, and then it was Cornette and Michael Cole.
That's because Michael Cole took Jerry Lawler's spot when Lawler left.
Yeah, and then but anyway, worked his way up to be the lead commentator. And also ate shit from Vince
All
for
the time.
25 fucking years.
He's way better of a commentator now than he ever was.
And like that's the beautiful thing. You can watch this show when we first started. We hated Michael Cole because everything he said was whitewashed and he just screamed at the top of his lungs. And the first week Vince was gone, Michael Cole just became the greatest commentator in wrestling.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to point out, can we give Byron Saxton Joe Testarone's fucking place on Raw, please?
Give Testosterone time.
I can't take
Give
it,
him
dude.
time.
I can't take it.
But he's really good.
It's
really good at
super
play-by-play.
robotic. It's super robotic.
He's just learning.
And also, if a camera's on you, quit looking at your page in front of you.
He'll learn. He's
It's
been in the show like 3 weeks. Give him
His
time.
voice is just, it's not right.
Yeah, not even. Give him time.
Give it to Byron Saxton. I would prefer Byron.
Byron.
I mean, he did Raw there for a little bit by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, Byron
Raw
Saxton's a
started
man.
5 minutes ago.
But anyway, Michael Cole deserving, Bray Wyatt obviously. Sid Vicious should have went in while he was still alive. Bray Wyatt was still too early in his career for Hall of Fame at that point. I know that's going to upset a lot of people that I said that, but I said it. That's truth.
Yeah.
The only reason that he should be inducted is because he can't build on that legacy anymore.
Yeah.
His legacy is over. I mean, it's being resurrected, but as far as like Bray Wyatt, honor him with the fucking induction. His career is over. It's time to induct him. There's a lot of them though that should already be in there that aren't. Like I said, Sid Vicious being one of the main
Sid
ones.
Deserves a spot.
Michelle McCool
Deserves
should
a
have
spot.
already been in my opinion. Last WWE Women's Champion until into the Divas era.
Yep.
She was one of the only Women's Champion to co-Women's Champion with Layla L.
Mm-hmm.
When they broke the belt in half.
Yep.
And each carried a half of the belt.
She's also Lady Taker.
She's also Lady Taker, and you tell Mark I said no.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I don't disagree.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, tell the folks they can find us when they ain't on here.
You can find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on X at ProWrestlingTV. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown where you can access the merch store. And over at the
Merch store.
Buy our merch.
Yep,
That's all I got. Sorry guys, I got bronchitis.
Thank you for the merch purchase. Just in this last week, we had a purchase down. So
Excellent.
whoever that was, thank you very much. We appreciate that you keep helping rep the crew,
That's
rep
right.
the boys. Keep
on keeping
on. That's what I'm saying, man. All right, hit us with the next one. We'll get into some fun stuff here eventually.
Yeah.
Here we are. All right. I'm going to let you read these.
Okay.
These are the differences between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Go ahead and read. I'll read Roman, you read Cody. You ready?
Okay.
Spent 4 years carefully building SmackDown.
Destroyed SmackDown in 4 months.
Made several bigger stars bigger. KO, Sammy, Cody, etc.
Buried several stars, AJ, Mello, and KO.
Made generational segments weekly.
Cried weekly and on his first Raw back.
Saved WWE from going under in 2019.
Solving racism and breaking Triple H's throne in 2019.
Humble and never politics.
Took away the dream match millions wanted to see for years. None of that is true. Go fuck yourselves.
I just wanted to get a rise.
I'm mad about it.
No, I thought that was pretty funny.
That's funny.
That is funny. I mean, the SmackDown thing especially.
SmackDown. You shut your
In
mouth.
4 months.
Solved racism.
He did solve. Hey, they gave him that credit on there. They didn't take that away
no
from him.
more racism.
They didn't take that from him. Like Booker T's legendary comment. He ain't coming for nobody. Hogan.
Oh.
Hit us with the next one, please. All right.
Sure.
This is the fun one of the fun ones here.
Okay.
Survivor Series. This is a dream matchup that has been brought up. This is not my creation, but I saw it and I thought we should talk about it.
Yeah.
This is a Survivor Series 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Elimination style old school match. You've got Primal Aggression versus Capital Punishment.
Yeah.
The teams of Brock Lesnar, team captain, I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
With Vader as co-captain. With Scott Steiner and the Road Warriors against Captain Harley Race. Co-captain, probably Dr. Death.
Yeah,
Because,
Dr.
I mean,
Jesse
Ron
Williams.
Simmons is,
Shut up.
at that time, wouldn't have been the guy. Bam Bam Bigelow and Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Just kidding.
Stan Hansen.
Stan Hansen, I'm just kidding. How would you see something like that going?
The actual shooters winning, which would have been Harley Race, Farouk, Dr. Dusty.
No, we're talking about it. WWF Survivor Series.
Oh,
Which team would have won?
probably Brock's team.
Think so?
Yeah, booked by the WWE, yeah.
I think it would have went down to Vader and Stan Hansen.
100%. No, it would have come down to Brock Lesnar and fucking Brock and Stan, probably. Stan would have...
Because Harley would have took him and Scott Steiner would have took each other out.
Yeah. Dr. Death would have got eliminated. Farouk would have got eliminated by the LOD. And then Stan Hansen blindly would have come in and fucking clotheslined their heads off.
He'd clothesline Farouk because, again, he won the
Lesnar
title.
would have outed Hansen, F5 Bigelow. Then Hansen would have came back in with another clothesline attempt. Lesnar would have caught him for the F5. 1, 2, 3.
Good build.
Thank you.
If you could put one together right now,
Okay.
5 men,
Okay.
out of current storylines on WWE right now,
Current
build
storylines.
me a 5-on-5 wild card right now.
Okay. Current storylines only.
Yes.
Okay, so one hand would be Cody, Chad Gable, Jey Uso, Damian Priest, and Sammy.
Uh-huh.
against Solo Sikoa. Hold on, who all did I say here? Cody. So it'll be Cody, Solo Sikoa, Jey Uso, and JD McDonough, Chad Gable and Dexter Lumis, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, Sami Zayn and Gunther. Five baby faces, 5 heels.
I would have went
Two champions.
Cody, Roman captain, Solo captain, obviously.
Yeah.
Then you throw Cody in as Roman's right-hand man to balance off Jacob Fatu.
Yep.
You have the Street Profits come in on Cody's team, or on Roman's team to battle Tom Matonga and Tongaloa.
Yeah.
And then you bring in Jey Uso and Braun Breaker.
There you go.
That would be cool as fuck.
I mean, I just went off the top of my head for
Nice, though. It's almost time.
Yes, it is. Survivor
Series will be the build of 10 years of the New Day that they tried to destroy, but we seen what happened with Odyssey Jones. Did you see all of that?
Oh, yeah, I got fired for domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
That sucks, man.
Everybody that said Xavier Woods was sus was wrong.
6'5", 260, a ton of athletic ability.
Yeah,
What a fucking waste.
Xavier Wood knew something.
That's all right, though. Mark Henry's son got signed.
Yeah, he did.
It's going to be cool as shit.
Yeah, he did.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
It's gonna be awesome.
Julia made her debut.
Yeah, she did.
This past week against Chelsea Green.
I
Perfect person for Chelsea Green to wrestle.
I hope that she learns to hit that G trigger a little bit faster.
A little harder.
Only because it looks bad for the cameras.
Right.
And that's the only complaint I've had so far.
Yeah, Stephanie Vicure should be in any time.
Yeah.
Did you see where Stephanie DeLauder announced that she has a broken neck and has to step away from wrestling?
No, I didn't.
Yes. And then Matt Cardona and PCO had a singles match instead of what was supposed to be a tag match. Yeah, she's off for surgery.
Damn. Well, I hope she gets better.
Did I mention that Ricochet and Chucky T
Shut
had a... Okay, I already mentioned that. Hit us with the next one, please. Oh, that's it? Is that it?
That's it, kids.
Wow! All right, then.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, we should be back on regular schedule next week. We just had a lot going on this month, so bear with us, guys. We appreciate.
Very busy month.
Yeah, busy for everybody, not just one or two team members.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sticking in with us. Thank you for your patience. Be sure to check us out on all the social medias, and from us to you. As always.
Wait, stay tuned for new updates to TikTok.
Yeah.
I've personally taken over. I'm going to start doing some updates. Shit like that throughout the week. So watch for new stuff on TikTok. Watch for new stuff on YouTube. Watch for new stuff.
Yeah.
Should have a new women's video later.
The Evolution video that was asked for is being researched right now.
Yep.
We'll
We're
be up
doing it
soon.
in 3 segments.
Be sure to check streamlabs.com/ProWrestling Throwdown for all of your merch needs.
Yep.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Be sure to send us pictures. Send us things you come across. Let us know your names. We'll give you a shout out on the show as well as in the credits. Was a nice show. Kind of tightened hour. Hey, here's the deal. Thank you for the new guys who have subscribed. We've got 2 or 3 new accounts that have joined us. We're now at 310.
Drive for 5.
Still on that drive for 5.
Yeah, buddy.
But we're getting closer. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for tuning in. And as always,
From us to you,
keep it in the ring.